Um, Apple just has a new fix that I just put on my phone, and guess what? It had the gay pride flag as a background, and you can't half tell they're trying to push shit onto people. And they always tell them, "Stop pushing your shit on us," and it's just like you're the ones who are forcing everything. Or the gay people, you go, "Don't force your stuff on us. We don't believe it," while they're pushing their gay shit onto everyone. And you want to be gay, but don't put it on me. I'm telling you, I don't. After coming clean about what happened to me as a kid when I was molested, stay away from me fags. Seriously, I don't care. I'm not one of these people who gives you sympathy because you're gay. Well, be freaking do. Be gay. Just don't put the shit on me and keep it away from the kids. Bloody drag queens who went to go to schools and read books to kids while their dicks hanging out. Like, give yourself an uppercut, you idiot. Don't do that to kids. They're harmless. That's pathetic. I can't believe adults let that happen to kids. They're harmless. And we're going to let a grown man who thinks he's a woman. You can't bullshit me. I don't care. Oh, it's how they're feeling, their emotions. No, you're just being a dick. Seriously, you these pronouns and bullshit. You're just being dicks. Grow up. It's been male and female because of science. That's why it's male and female. And we've written books and everything from like it's not just in biblical. It's not just biblical. It's also scientific. Why we have male and female because that's how it helps society continue on forth so we can get medicines and everything and create the society we have. It didn't come from being gay or thinking I'm a girl when I'm a guy. Or I'm not a male or female. I'm a they them. Like, well, what are you're just full of shit. You're being a dick. I don't care about your emotional feelings and shit. I was homeless. I don't care about your dumb shit. You got to call me they them. No, I don't. Science from the beginning of when we figured shit out says you're either a male or you're a female. You can be a moron all you want. I don't care. I'm not playing the games that government and media want me to play. No, I'm free. I'm an actual person for freedom and peace, the actual meaning of it. Not the garbage you all talk about. It's just rubbish. Trying to silence people from talking, fine. If you're talking, now that's fine. But when it gets violent, that's when it's you just like, no, not violence. If you can't have a proper debate and argument, don't talk. Don't go up and hit people and stuff like that. If you're not educated enough or smart enough to have a logical, rational debate, then you need to go educate yourself. You don't just be violent and shout and scream. That doesn't do anything. And that's why I don't understand what's going on. Like all around the world, you're seeing people who are coming out telling the truth, and they're being locked up. It's just like, no, this just is the government's a criminal. That's all you can think. You're just sitting there going, so everyone's getting locked up who's telling the truth, has proof, and the politicians are locking them up. That just tells you something. There's corruption. There's money behind doors. You just know that they're criminals, and they just do the thing so they don't push too much, so we see it. But I know what's happening. I see it, and I just go, these guys are trying to play people who played the game for fools. Like I look at all the politicians and go, they're all snakes. I can't trust any of them. And you look at them. Oh, I care about you, and then they go, they just get into the they just get in to be a politician so they can get themselves their $1 million house and their retirement. And it's like these guys are not trying to help the people of the country. And you see it all over the world, America, Canada. Well, America's changed because they got Trump, and he's not the angel that everyone thinks he is, but he is a guy about money for his country, so that's a good thing for their country. But he's not the angel. He's not the saint. He's done some dumb shit. But I think he's better than what they had because the people that they had were all a part of the establishment. That's what's going on in the whole world. There's a whole establishment of people who are rich and wealthy who go around the globe and they get in with all the politicians and they give them money, say, do this for me, here's some money, and they do it. And that's what's happened all through history. All the wars, every single war was caused by rich and wealthy people. I mean, at the start, you had your warriors and that, but after that, when people started having currency and everything, it was all about money and power, and they did anything. Like your first major wars, like World War I and that, they were caused by wealthy and rich people. No, Hitler wasn't no slouch in that area. Like he had to get money and a backing to do what he did. It wasn't just him. It was like a group of people who got money and funded him, and he was the front of the Nazis. It was like an organization gang, and then they teamed up with like the Muslim Brotherhood and Japan, and they were actually with Stalin, the Russian president, whatever they called him in the Second World War. They were actually with him, and then Hitler double crossed him, and he just went. They nearly got Russia, but then it hit winter, and that's what killed the Germans. It wasn't the Americans who stopped the Germans. It was the British and British and Russia. They stopped the Germans. America stopped the Japanese. They didn't stop the Germans. You got to actually read into it. Like Germany was smashing through Europe. They couldn't get to Britain, but they basically had France. France was conquered, and yeah, and then you know, Japan pissed off the wrong country, but yeah, Germany stuffed up and they went to Russia and they couldn't get in. They couldn't get England. They bombed England, but they couldn't get. The island is because my mum's side are all English. England's fucked up. They got too nice, too kind, and got caught up in all the BS because they used to be all about the kingdom. Used to be all about the kingdom. America smashed them like in whenever they had their north versus south rap and around then when before the independence or whatever the Americans would be able to tell you all this shit when they got the Brits out. It's a bit like how Australia had the Eureka Stockade because it was the convicts and the indigenous Aboriginals who sort of got the British to sort of more or less leave and let us run the country. It was sort of the convicts and the indigenous sort of said, "We'll let us take care of it." And like the British, because the British were the ones who enslaved people. They enslaved whites. There was heaps of convicts who came to this country at the first fleet. So it wasn't just the indigenous black people who were in chains and stuff. So what people don't, they just think it was a race thing. No, you don't understand the kingdom. That the king and the queen are the head of the kingdom. And they say what goes. That's what it used to be. But anyway, I'm just getting lost in all that shit. Because I'm angry at the human race. Because they've lied about history. Like making one race the biggest problem of it. And it's just like, no, everyone's done it. It's like whoever had the biggest army slaughtered the other country that didn't have the army. Like the Arab Empire was vicious. Vicious. Worse than the Romans, but you won't hear about that because how many countries protect it? Heaps. Nearly every country in the world protects it. You look at Trump; he went over to Saudi Arabia, and he's like, because of the Abraham Accords. But that's just the Arabs kissing his ass because they don't want him to start shit because Trump is one who would. Most of them wouldn't. They used to kiss the Arabs' asses in the Middle East. But not when Trump goes over there. He's like, I'm not kissing your ass, dude. We're the most powerful nation in the world. Like, why would I kiss your ass? You live in the desert. All you got is oil. Who gave you the materials for your bombs and shit? Like, people don't think. That's why Russia is a powerhouse, because they're the ones who gave America the knowledge for the nuclear weapons. Like, this is old history. Like, they were the ones who made the bombs. I think they made the atomic bombs in the Second World War. They were made by Russians. Like, because we weren't fighting Russia in the Second World War. Like, the Cold War was after the Second World War. That's when you started to really hear about it. It could have happened before then, but it was basically after Second World War because the Russians acknowledge every time we have our Anzac Day or whatever, our Anzac Day ceremonies. Russia has theirs in their country for the Second World War for the victims of the Nazi regime. You know, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Like the USSR or something. You know, when how it got so bad between Russia and America to be so standoffish. Because in the Second World War, you thought the Russia and America would have become allies after seeing what Hitler did. I mean, Stalin was bad. Like he was a raging lunatic. Genghis Khan, like the main ones, you know, they because they killed a lot of people. Um, the Chinese Mao, oh, he was savage. But China was nearly conquered by the Japs. That was a long time ago. I don't know. It's just history. You look at it, and the way that it's presented is so wrong. Like how one race can blame another race, and you're just like, who's told you history? Like you just you're going to one point in history, not the whole of history, where it's been back and forward, and we still haven't learnt. Like no one's learnt through history. It just keeps repeating itself. War. Oh, you did this war. You did that war. War. What war? How about just think about children and get over yourselves? You go, what is the best thing for children? Is it to be doing petty stuff or do what's best for the children so they all get along no matter what they look like, what colour they are, whatever? Teach children to love other human beings. It wouldn't be that hard. And then we could get over this old reparation. But for what? Do you think what the Jews are going to go up to the Romans? We need reparations. We're back that far. Or the Jews go up to the Egyptians. You owe us reparations for enslaving us. And the Egyptians would go, well, our ancestors were the Arabs who invaded Egypt and took it. Because where's Egypt? Africa. And they keep trying to say it didn't happen. And I'm just like, because the Arabs who are in Egypt keep trying to say, no, we've always been here, you know. And I'm just like, no, that's not the Middle East. That's Africa. That's the north of Africa. You know, and it's just like, no, we know what Africans look like. And, you know, the Africans enslaved the Hebrews for what was it, 400? I don't know, I can't remember. I think it's like 400 years. Oh, well, I'll have to read the Bible. So 400 or 4,000 enslaved them, and then Moses was the boy in the basket or whatever, who the mother picked up and made her own, and he was the Hebrew. And then Moses, left, talked to the burning bush, the Holy Spirit, and then went back and freed his people. But you just know there's a lot of stuff that's been swept under the rug so people can claim shit. Like, we know what Africans look like, but they're becoming, from what I'm saying, they're becoming very racist people. They've forgot about stop doing that. Like, white people are racist. Yes, we know that. There's white people who are racist. But in the black race, they're becoming very racist as well, and it's not looking good for the human race if we keep this dumb shit up of what you're a different race or you're the one to blame. This is like, what are we doing for the children? Like, is that what we're leaving with the children? Dumb, stupid. Oh, because of the pigment of your skin, it means something. Like, because you're white, that you're this, because you're black, you're that, because you're brown, that this, because you're Asian, you're that. It's so pathetic. It's like everyone has their own character, their own characteristics, their own talent, and it's beyond a joke at the moment. When you just sit there and watch everything go, really, people are this pathetic. Like, you can't just look at another human and just go, yeah, that's a human. How about how you going? Like, that's how you should always start. How you going? And then, how you going? What are you up to? Yeah, not much. Oh, so what brings you here? Just simple shit to get to know people. Don't have to judge someone just by what colour they are or what they look like. Just say hello to them and then find out what kind of human being they are. I don't understand this world anymore. When I look at someone, I want to know what kind of person they are, because it normally comes out in the first couple of sentences, and their voice level and their attitude towards you determines what kind of human being they are. So if they come fiery at you, you're going, well, I can't trust this person. But if they're a good person, hey, going, yeah, no worries. Oh, yeah, and then you can have a conversation with them. Then there's no problem, is there? No. Maybe people just need to think of that. So what else? Yeah, that was the thing that got me on here, was the Apple thing with the pride shit. Like, it's probably not even gay people, but just probably a group of people with an agenda. Let's put the gay stuff in. I'm like, I don't care if they're gay. Seriously, I don't care if you're gay. Just stay away from me. Like, but you're putting it everywhere. Like, I'm sure this is the gay people. Do you want to keep pushing this in everyone's face? Like, what's the deal? I don't care. Like, if you're gay, fine. But to be honest with you, I don't need to know about it. I'm a straight and I love women, but I don't need a flag and I don't need a day. I just go, that's just normal. And then you'll crack as you, oh, how can you say it's normal? Because it's normal. It's just normal to me. So, yeah, so if you're gay, be gay, but I don't need to know about it. I don't need laws for it. And the other thing, don't be going to peoples who don't agree with it. You can't force people to agree with you. That's just, you're a human. You can't. No human is going to say you have to do this, and the other human is going to go, what? I don't have to do anything. You can't force people. Anyway, praise Jesus. See you later.